Hello guys, welcome back to another video of data engineering with Animesh, and today I'm going to touch upon a very important topic in SQL, that is CTE. So CTE basically stands for Common Table Expression. It is slightly confusing. uh, it is slightly confusing on the term that why it is used. So be with me for the next 5 to 6 minutes and I promise I will clear all your doubts. So first let us learn about what is CTE actually. So it is a virtual table in SQL that holds record. It is just like a table with rows and columns. To understand the structure and not to confuse yourself, imagine it like a temporary table or a view. View is also a table only with columns and rows. It is generally a masked version of the main table views where you just select a particular column and rows. Similarly goes a similar thing goes for temporary table, and the same thing goes for CTE also. It is just like a table with particular columns and rows that you want. Now, very genuine question comes, why it is used? Why you have to learn another topic in CT? Firstly, keep in mind, it looks like a temporary table and the functionality is also somewhat similar. The difference lies in the purpose of use. So, here I will speak about a normal temporary table, not a global temporary table that I will consider later. Temporary tables are mainly session tables. And by what I mean by session is, suppose if I'm logged into any server like Oracle, SQL Server, or Sybase. So when I enter my credentials, a session is created for me. So suppose my session name is Animesh, and if I create a temporary table, then that table will remain into the memory or into the system till my session is active, till I am doing my work or till I have not logged out. Suppose if I am in the session or in the server for 5 to 6 years, that temporary table would be there. So if I create a temporary table as soon as I start the session, it will remain into the session for the till the time I am working, and I can refer to it or go back to it anytime. It would be there. I have to just do select star and the temporary table name. On the other hand, CTE is query level. What I mean by query level is it will be active only till the query is running and will automatically get deleted as the query ends. The query may end in failure or in success, that doesn't matter. But as soon as the execution of the query is completed, the CTE is deleted. So it does not get stored anywhere. So you cannot refer CTE after running the query. You need to refer it within the query itself. Now there comes the purpose of use of CTE. Suppose you have given a input table, a big input table, and they want you to get to the some desired output from that input table, right? Suppose you get a requirement from a client and they have given you an Excel sheet which is converted into a SQL table, and they have asked you to get to a particular output. You cannot directly get to that output from the data that is given. You need a middle table where you can process that raw input that is given to you into some form of processed data, and then you can get to your final output. But you don't want to store that what you say the middle stage anywhere in the system, because that you won't require in future, and you don't want to trouble your memory. There comes the use of CTE. You can use a CTE, write a query with a CTE expression, filter the data according from the raw data or main source data to the processed one, and then use that CTE which now has processed data to get to the final result. So you can say it is a what you it is a mid layer between your input and to the final result, but that mid layer is not stored anywhere. It is in the query itself and will get deleted as soon as the query ends, and in the final you will only get an output table to your you will only see an output table, and which you can directly forward it to your client or the end user. Okay, so that is the main difference. Temporary table is stored in the session till the session is active, and it is used when you have to go back to the table again and again. But CTE is only used as a mid layer to get to the final result, and you don't want to go back to that mid layer again, then you can go for CTE. Now, what is the syntax? So syntax is with CTE underscore name. Here comes the name of the CTE. I remember, though there is no what you say uh, rule on how to write your name. You can write with Animesh as, with your name as, but in the SQL community or in the data engineering community, to let any other person who is reading your code to know that it is in CTE, will either use CTE as a prefix or as in suffix to your desired name. Suppose if I want to name my CTE as Animesh, so I might use CTE underscore Animesh or Animesh underscore CTE. So keep remember that it's if you write like this, it seems good and it seems that you are experienced in SQL. And select, here I have written select star from table. So this is just for example. Here you can write anything. Means you can filter your data like select start from table where name is equals to Animesh, or where ID modulo 2 is equals to 1, and that result would be stored in your CTE. Now suppose you want to refer your CTE, you can let me see if I can enable the editing. Now, if you want to refer that CTE, you have to directly do select star from CTE underscore name. And this all thing have to be written under one query session only, right? It is query level. So you cannot say you have written the CTE and then select star afterwards. You have to do under the same query itself. So suppose now suppose you have an input table and now you store something like this. I will just modify this Animesh underscore, oh sorry, with Animesh underscore CTE. This is your mid layer table and you select start from table where ID modulo 2 is equals to 1. Okay. So now my Animesh CTE would only have odd number of IDs. And now if I have to do something, select average of salary from Animesh underscore city. Okay, now this will give me the only the average salary of IDs that are odd. Now you may ask that this I could have done directly done from the input table itself. Yes, this is a very basic example to show you. Just go through my previous videos where I have solved the lead code problems. I will paste few links in the description and go to my series. I think I have till date we have solved at least 50 to 55 questions. And there are at least 15 to 20 questions where the actual use of CT is there, why it is used. So that will help you. So this is only a concept video, so I don't want to increase the length of this video. So this is the main purpose of the CT. It's a query level. It is active till the query is active. It is used as a mid layer to format your data into a particular form of input data and then get to a desired result. So I hope you would have understood what CT is what CTE is, and you could answer some of the interview questions also now. And I will see you in my next video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and keep learning.